RV102 Preventive Maintenance Lesson 16 Generators. Disclaimers. Standard disclaimer on all Amazon links. It helps support me continuing to author books and courses. You pay nothing extra by clicking on that affiliate link, but I do make a small commission on your purchase. Everything in here in this course was written by me. There is no artificial intelligence AI in this course. Any mistakes you find are truly mine and mine alone. So let's talk about generators. Lesson 16.1. First off, be sure to check your generator manual for the specific maintenance for your generator. But below, I'm going to give a list of generic things that should be checked. In your manual will be the maintenance intervals. So like mine was change oil at first 50 hours and then change oil at the next 150. Now some of you could have a generator without an oil filter. Some of you might not have a radiator or coolant system, so keep that in mind when working on your specific generator. Check your manual. The Onan Cummins generators usually come in 3 versions: gasoline, diesel, or propane. Keep in mind, those powered by gasoline or diesel are usually fed their fuel from the fuel tank on board the RV itself. So, take for example, motorhomes. This would be your main fuel tank. For towables, there's usually an onboard fuel tank of some sort. On motorhomes, I can tell you this for sure. The line from the fuel tank to the generator is usually tapped at the 1/4 tank mark. Meaning if you run your generator to less than 1/4 of a tank of gas for your motorhome, your generator will stop. So if your generator won't start, check to see what your fuel level in your tank is. They do this so when boondocking, you don't run the fuel tank dry and now you have potentially no way to get any fuel. For this lesson, we're going to look at a few types of generators. Keeping in mind, you want to read and consult your specific manual for your specific generator. So where do you get that manual? This will also be in the lesson link, but you can go to Cummins.com, generators, RV generator manuals. You'll need a few bits of info to make sure you get the right manual. Looking at your generator, and yes, some of them may be completely down underneath your RV and you're going to have to climb under there to get to it. Here's an example off of mine. The info I needed to get the correct manual, right? So the product number, mine was a QG 4000. And then you're going to need to get the series and the spec letter. As you're looking at over here on the side, my series is a KY and my spec letter was an R. It's in the middle of that label. The correct manual has both operations and maintenance info in it. Air filter. Most, if not all, have an air filter that needs changed. Oil. All of them have oil that will need to be changed on a regular basis. Oil filters. Yours may or may not have one. Change it when you're changing the oil. Not all of them have oil filters. Mine does not. Radiator coolant fluid. Again, not every generator has one, so this might not pertain to you, but change the fluid at the recommended levels if you have a radiator on your generator. They're usually found on your bigger bad boys. Fuel filter, spark plug, etc. Follow the recommended maintenance intervals in your generator manual. They may say you should change the fuel filter once a year. It might be changed every 3 years. You just have to look in your manual to make sure you get the right information. Periodic maintenance schedule. So like for mine, I have to do a general inspection and check the engine oil level every 8 hours every day. Change the oil and its oil filter, and they give you a small little number next to that, and we'll see that in the next chart. That one says after first 20 hours, and then every 150 hours after that. Replace the air filter element every 150 hours. Check the engine cooling fins every 500 hours, spark plug 500 hours, fuel filter 500 hours, adjust valve lash 500 hours. And here's the other little numbers that were next to those superscripts. Do it as part of engine break-in, change the engine oil after the first 20 hours of operation. If you're operating in dusty environments, you may need to change oil and air filter more often. Hot weather. Number 4 said perform at least once a year. You can see the rest of that. Sometimes it's replaced every 500 hours or once every 3 years. Last thing, this is not so much preventive maintenance, but more safety related. I purchased one of these when we were doing like tailgating at soccer games, things of that sort. I bought a Camco Genturi RV generator exhaust venting system. It's what I use with my generator when we're stationary. You can find it here on RVingforNewbies.com store page. The direct link to it here will also be in the lesson, and this is what it looks like. It basically hooks up to the exhaust on the outside of your generator, and then it's a tube that goes all the way up over the top of the roof. It's higher than the roof, and then when you're running your generator, the exhaust goes out over the top instead of at the ground level where the people may be walking around. I like it from the perspective of getting that stuff up and out of there. If we're boondocking and we're running a generator and we're evidently stationary, I will definitely use this every single time.